guys, gals, friends, and pals, this is Paul EastXTwitch, and welcome to another episode of Saturday Game School, where we stream a different game every Saturday of the year. Tonight, I'm joined on mic by Tyler.
Hey guys.
And Galadrius.
Hello.
And tonight, it's Marvel, baby. We're streaming Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, subtitle Arcade Classics, from the Steam Deck. This game is also on PlayStation and Switch. Sells for $50, and it is coming to Xbox next year, thank goodness. Then we have gallery mode. This is cool. Tyler, you said you didn't know about the Punisher, so let's take a quick look at this artwork they've got for it. Just look at that nice arcade flare artwork. Chicago, the game I'm most interested in is the Punisher, because I love beat-em-ups and I love co-op games. And I do plan to review this for Co-Optimus. But also, I did play a lot of Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter and Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2 back in the day. So those are my other favorites. Anyway, let's go ahead and go with online play, because we're going to try to play the Punisher in co-op with Galadrius here.
Yeah. Hang on.
Yo, Mongbox! Hello, Mongbox! Hey,
Casual? Did you choose just a casual thing?
Yeah.
All right, I'm in. Let's go.
That's more like it. Okay.
And I won't hit any buttons. We'll just do this.
That's fine. All right, now we're playing the Punisher for real, everybody.
That was a test run.
There, yes, and we get to see the intro this time. That's more like it. Show us the intro. Oh, Tyler. So I didn't talk about the next movie after the Thomas Jane Punisher movie. It was Punisher Warzone, starring Ray Stevenson. And that one is much bloodier, you know, and it's directed by a lady, I think Lexi Alexander or something like that. She ended up directing a few episodes of Supergirl. But, yeah, different movie, you know, like Ray Stevenson was much less handsome, I thought, than Thomas Jane. I mean, he just looks different. But anyway, that one's also very comic book-like in its own way. It's just like resembling different runs of Punisher, basically. But both movies are worth a watch if you like the Punisher. What about the Netflix show, Tyler? You didn't try that?
No. Was that after Daredevil?
Yeah, I mean, after Daredevil debuted. Daredevil Season 3 came out after the Punisher Season 1, for sure, though.
Then John Bernthal took over the character for that Netflix show, and apparently he's returning for the new Deadpool series. Or not Deadpool, Daredevil series.
Alright, you joining in? You have to join.
Yeah, I'm coming. Oh. Just jumped right in. Wait for me. Here I be. Hello.
There we go. We did it. Okay.
To the face.
Hit him with a chair.
I know, I'm collecting money. The chair.
Maybe Nick Fury or Punisher.
Yeah, only... Yeah, it's a weird pairing, too, because Nick Fury and the Punisher aren't that much alike. But Nick Fury is he's a spy, and he can be ruthless, and so therefore he pairs better with the Punisher than some characters who would get really offended at the killing and such.
They have the same body type, so they didn't have to design a second one. They're just probably, like,
different heads and...
each other.
Yeah. I mean, we both have a magazine or what, or I don't know, a holster on our leg and everything.
Yeah, that's true, too, yeah.
No,
the muscles and the guns, yeah.
I think I'm a little more interested in what happened with Nick Fury's little cinematic run, because obviously in the movies and the shows and all that, he's played by Samuel L. Jackson, but before that, David Hasselhoff did a TV movie where he was Nick Fury.
Yeah, and people say it's terrible. Like, you can watch it on YouTube, I believe, and yeah.
It's awful, but it's hilarious.
I mean, he's good casting. Like, he looks like the character, but they weren't trying to be very much like the comics, and it was just not well done, so yeah.
It's not well done at all, it sucks.
Thank you, Dark. Yeah, Dark Spartan agrees. So, there's still some good Marvel games that have never been brought home. Like, the main one that I think of is the Spider-Man arcade game. That game was really impressive. It was by Sega. It's never been ported to anything. It's never been put on an arcade one-up cabinet or anything. And I would love Spider-Man, the arcade game.
Oh yeah, of course, that'd be great. But
yeah,
Alien vs. Predator as well while we're at it.
Well, true. That one has. There was a Super Nintendo version, and it was included on that European Capcom arcade stick. So at least there have been a few ways to play Alien vs. Predator, but there's never been any way other than going to the arcade
or playing the
to play Spider-Man.
Mega price. Oh yeah, that's true. Spider-Man arcade games deserve to play.
Yeah, so I would love to see. I mean, like, they should. Obviously, Capcom wouldn't put out a collection that had Spider-Man arcade, but like, just Disney should get someone to put it out. You know, I don't know.
Ooh, I won.
I
won the Guilty Gear.
Somebody click allow on Low Sweet's comment, please.
Can't say sucker.
Well, now you can, apparently.
I allowed it.
Don't kill me. Okay. Yeah. Come on. Can we
So
just...
apparently,
I'd like
I won the Guilty Gear code. This is great.
Oh, hey.
See?
Are you a fan of the series?
Yeah, I love it. Ooh, get inside the drain. Did you hit start?
I didn't think I
in
did.
pretty darn quick.
I don't think I did. Maybe that's just how that part animates.
And maybe it's just a quick, hey, we're in the pool, now we're out of the pool. Speaking of the pool, I wanted to see if I could throw anybody in it.
Low Sweet is such a potty mouth.
Ooh, you could do a special throw when you grab somebody and hit the two buttons together.
Nice. Oh, Low Sweet says it takes your money. Yeah, well, I mean, you could set the arcade operator could set the difficulty down if they wanted, right? They just usually had it on normal or turned it up. But yeah, I would love. It was 4-player. You know, you play as Spider-Man, Namor, and a few other characters. I forget.
Hawkeye, Black Cat, Namor, and Spidey.
Gotcha.
I mean, what the cool thing about it was, it had like these 2D beat 'em up sequences, and then it had these like 3D zoomed out sequences. So you like beat up enemies that way.
Yeah, it had a lot of impressive 32-bit scaling effects.
Yeah, it
Ow!
was really nice.
I need that.
But compared to like the original Spider-Man game that came out for Sega CD, which was just the side-scrolling Genesis version with a few bonus touches.
Yes. And
was
I mean, there were a lot of 2D Spider-Man games back in the day. But yeah, give us that arcade game back. It's worth remembering.
Sorry.
And also, I want a home port of the Captain America and the Avengers game, which did get Genesis and NES ports.
Yeah, the Genesis port was the best. Super Nintendo one was like Mindscape did not know what they were doing with that. But the Genesis version was data eat, and it was pretty much perfect.
Nice. Yeah, and that was a beat 'em up, but it also had shoot 'em up segments. We saved a lady.
And
Punisher
she hugged
does-
me for a minute.
So, Tyler, out of the Netflix Marvel shows, which was your favorite?
I didn't watch them. I watched some of Daredevil, but that's it.
Really? You didn't even finish the season of Daredevil?
Nope.
Why the heck not?
It was like dark and moody and
It was too dark for sure, visually.
yeah.
But, man, don't you remember episode 2 how they really... Don't come up there and hit me.
I'm trying to hit them.
Okay, but if I'm there, you don't go to that spot. That's how Games of Friendly Fire
It's
works.
hammer time.
So it is. When you're hot, you're hot.
Daredevil's dumb because
Well,
like, it
hey, we-
doesn't make sense like how he's like blind and then not like basically not blind sometimes.
Well, he has radar sense, basically.
Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah.
But it's because
But like it's dumb.
it's a
like,
superhuman
it's
power
like-
that he got. Well, Tyler, it's not that he just a regular blind guy is like that.
Give me
It's
some
because
Scarlet Witch. He's believable.
he got toxic waste set on him, and it gave him the power of radar senses, basically. So there's an explanation for it. It's not that he's just a regular blind guy. All right, let's take care of this guard droid already.
I think my favorite show is probably I liked Hawkeye. I thought it was really well done.
Well, we were talking about Netflix shows, but
Oh well,
yeah,
Daredevil.
Hawkeye
Yeah,
is a very good show. Yes.
Hey Simius.
Yo, Simius, glad to see you.
Iron
All right.
Fist was my favorite.
Sure, Tyler. Yeah, no.
A sentence that's never been uttered in
Please.
Ouch.
the world.
That is true. Or Finn Jones was well cast as Iron Fist.
I don't know who he is.
He's the actor who played him.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's like he's from Game of Thrones. I forget who he was on Game of Thrones.
Oh really? I like Game
Yeah,
of Thrones.
but they didn't give him any martial arts training apparently. So he,
Stupid.
yeah. I mean, you're playing a martial arts character and you don't do martial arts. That doesn't fly. Like Charlie Cox, you believe him doing stuff. But also he had a dumb haircut. Like he just looked dumb. So the best thing you can do when you're making a show.
Broccoli haircut before the broccoli was cool.
Was broccoli ever cool?
Got him. Guard
I
droid
mean,
is nothing
no,
more
it looks
than-
horrible, but it's very
Thank
trendy
you.
right now.
Oh God! But yeah, it did not look good on him. And the real character doesn't look like that.
Oh, Loris. Loris Tyrell? Who's that?
Who?
Loris Tyrell.
Kingpin, the top boss in the mob.
Yeah, where are you getting that from, Tyler?
That's the name of his character in Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There's a drug deal going down. We got to stop it.
You're a real charm boy, aren't you, Captain? Let's not try to rack up too big a body count.
Thank you.
Nick Fury's always smoking. I like that. In here, I'm gonna trash the car.
Okay, well, smoking is bad, but I mean, that's the character, so yeah. And in the comics, he's had stuff done to him that basically makes him live forever.
Oh man, that driver's had it. Look at the driver. Wow.
Oh no.
He didn't pay that much for car insurance.
Hope he had full coverage. You got to get the extra full coverage to replace your burned flesh.
Yeah,
No,
13
I get
hour
it.
long episodes is too long too.
Yeah, because none of the Netflix shows ever had enough plot to fill 13 episodes.
Right.
Which is most obvious. We've talked about it before, but it's most obvious in Jessica Jones, where they capture the bad guy and he escapes 3 times in one 13-hour season. Like, that is so ridiculous. And people love that season, but no, I was not believing it after he escaped the 12th time.
Viewers like that series. But
Yeah, I do not understand why. I mean, I guess just because the actors are so good and such, but like the writing, no, they didn't have enough plot for it. By the way, in this game, I love how you get pistols sometimes. Like, most beat 'em ups don't let you shoot people. Oh, neat. Dark Spartan says Black Cat has some of the super soldier juice in her, too. Yeah, Black Cat is cool. I hope we get to see her in the live-action movies sometime, but it's like, the way they've handled Spider-Man in the Marvel movies, it's like, you know, there's a lot of elements of Spider-Man that you'll probably never see in the movies.
Yeah, but Black Cat would work to just bring in Sydney Sweeney.
Well, I mean, yes, give us Black Cat, but I just don't know if they will, because they always want... They're too large scale, you know? Like, Spider-Man shouldn't be in these world-saving adventures constantly. Like, he should be in smaller adventures. And I don't know if they'll give us that anymore. What do you think, Tyler?
everything is world saving now.
Yeah, and that's too much.
It is. Sometimes it's nice to tell a more local story.
Exactly,
that's
Chicago.
That's exactly what ruined kind of Ant-Man in a way. They made it, you know, from a small-time heist movie to big-time whatever the hell this was.
Yes, that is true. Like, supposedly saving the multiverse or something. Yeah, it did not work for Ant-Man. We're fighting Terminator robots. Has anyone watched the Terminator series on Netflix yet? I need to check that out.
Good. It's really good.
It looks good. Just, my family and I, we've been really into Deep Space Nine, and when I try to watch anything else, they get cranky with me, so... Star Trek Deep Space Nine, I mean. But yeah, I want to watch that Terminator.
Take a bath. Let's bust our way through these.
Is David Silver in it? Who's that, Simius? This is a fun game, and the graphics are really good. I mean, like, I could see somebody saying that it's not fantastical enough, but you do fight robots sometimes.
Wait, continue, don't
Oh, yeah, my bad. Oh, and I got an achievement for continuing. Yay. Oh, from 90210. If you want 90210 things in your Marvel thing, then watch The Runaways that was on Hulu. Is that on Disney now? I don't know.
No, I don't think so. Anyway.
It was a decent show, and, you know, they had Luke Perry, I think, from 90210, if I remember right, playing one of the dads.
Luke Perry's a kid for life. He can never play a dad.
Is that so?
He's a teenager.
Oh, he was in the good turn. Brian Austin. Ah, look, now we're fighting Bonebreaker. Bonebreaker looks like an X-Men villain, because the X-Men fought these really silly-looking cyborgs in the, I think, the 80s? And he looks like one of them. I don't know if he is, but he definitely has the design of it. And that's...
Still not even
It could be what all these cyborgs are. They could be from... It's like an X-Men enemy faction. It's actually the faction that Logan fought in the Logan movie. You know, like, he's fighting these bad guys and he kills them all. But they're not cyborgs. But in the comic, they're all cyborgs, and they look ridiculous like this guy. So, that could be... they're like the Wreckers or something. The Wrecking Crew? The Reavers. Thank you, Chicago. Yeah, doesn't that guy look like a Reaver?
I don't remember. It's been too long.
Yeah, I haven't watched Logan in a long time. I wouldn't mind watching it again, but it's such a downer of a movie. It's one of those...
Not a super fun one to rewatch over and over.
Exactly, and Black Panther 2 is the same way. Black Panther 2 is pretty good, other than the the Ironheart character being like shoved in there with nothing to do. But also such a sad movie. Is it a good idea to make a whole movie about just like missing an actor after he died? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They had so much time after
Oops.
he died, and they still really felt like they had no clue what they were doing.
Chicago agrees that he looks like a Reaver, so he probably is. But I guess we'd have to look that up on a wiki or something. Ah. Get out of our... I don't like that there's friendly fire on. I didn't see the option to turn it off. I could be wrong.
It's there. It's there.
The option to turn it off?
Yeah.
Well, next time let's turn that crap off. But anyway.
Hey, Kyle Bossman is streaming this game too, but not the Punisher one.
Huh. Who is that?
He used to write for game trailers, and then he had like his own channel for a short while. He's pretty funny. But,
I wish I was funny.
yeah,
The bone breaker has been shattered.
Bonebreaker is broke. And also broken. Yeah. I knew that's what you meant, Chicago. Oh, Darker Players talking about something else. What happened to our new viewers? I was hoping they would tell us about themselves.
The one guy said he was going to be AFK for a while. But
Trying to do
okay.
bonus round.
Look, it's like a shooting gallery bonus level. That's cool. That was a fun thing that, yeah, Capcom used to love having you shoot or destroy barrels in their bonus rounds. But it's fun. It just breaks up the monotony a bit. The drudgery, you know? Every day having to kill all those bad guys. You get tired of it after a while, man.
Punisher win. Not
What's
win.
the difference between one bad guy and another, Tyler?
They're both dead.
Death on Rails. We just watched a movie earlier on Netflix called Damsel. Have any of you guys heard of it?
Yeah, that's the one with the chick from Stranger Things, right? Millie Bobby
Yeah.
Brown?
Yeah, and by the way, she does not actually like watching movies, so she kind of sucks. But as an actress, she's fine. As long as they don't give her a bad hair. Like, sometimes she's got a bad wig on, you know, in different things she's in.
Yeah, I didn't really care for it. It's just, I don't know. They made too much of it up between her and the dragon. It just threw me off a bit. Although it was great to see Robin Wright in it.
Which is the princess
Evil
from
Queen?
Princess Bride?
Yeah. Evil Queen, yeah.
Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza. Ima says, well, I like the movie pretty well. I mean, like, it got a little... It's very green screeny, you know, especially towards the end. But you do have... Yeah, the premise of Damsel... Tyler, have you heard of it?
Nope.
Well, you got a girl who's tricked into marrying a prince, but she's going to be a sacrifice to a dragon. And the prince's family has been doing this for, like, hundreds of years. They have to sacrifice girls to the dragon. And this girl, once they throw her to the dragon, she's just not having it, you know? So she tries really hard to survive. And yeah, that's the basic premise.
Sounds fairly interesting. It's a Netflix movie.
Yeah, it's based on a book.
Must not be that good.
Well, I mean, like, I think visually, it's better than your average Netflix movie for sure. Like, Brandy watched one earlier that's going the rounds as far as people thinking it's bad, called The Uglies.
Oh, sure.
Have you heard? It's like a YA novel adapt. I think it's a YA novel or it's just a YA story. But yeah, like you could take apart the plot of that movie real easily, and the casting and all kinds of things. But anyway, Damsel, I think comparatively could almost be a theatrical release. Like I thought it was just about good enough for that. If they had made it in the 80s and it had some practical effects, you know, like it would be a beloved movie today. That's what I think.
Yeah, but it's got, I don't know, it just really didn't do much.
But you got like green screen. I mean, like just too much green screen stuff, and the color palette is totally blue and orange, of course, like most modern movies.
No, the villain was kind of weak too. I think it needed
The
more
Evil
characters
Queen?
Besides her. Yeah, I think it needed more characters besides just the queen, you know, to be good. I think a secondary character would have done it a world of good instead of just the dragon.
Well,
That's me.
The dragon is pretty good, I thought. You know, the voice of the dragon is...
That chick who was
Sean
in
Connery.
The lady from Renfield. No, it's the bad lady from Renfield.
Should have been
Or-
Sean Connery.
Renfield is great, by the way. But anyway,
Visit the woods.
and she also was in Mrs. Davis, that show I love that all you guys refuse to watch, even though it's super good.
I think she was in Assassin's Creed Mirage as well.
Ah, yeah, she has a very memorable, scratchy voice. She's like,
Looking at
I'm a
it,
lady, even though my voice sounds like this.
Should have been Sean Connery. Let's talk about,
Now, how do you like
talk
your
about
ribs?
Dragonheart.
How do you
You know,
like your ribs?
I still haven't seen Dragonheart.
It's
Oh,
pretty
man,
good.
Now you're missing out.
Yeah, just watch the first one. You don't need to watch the sequels. The sequels are terrible.
Dude, I had a casual friend back in when I was like 20, and I was just like meeting people. I think I met him because he was a fellow online Sega Saturn user, you know, and we were kind of a small community. But anyway, he had a son, and he named him Bowen after a character in Dragonheart. And I just thought that was the dorkiest thing. I mean, Bowen's not even a good name.
Interesting
But
movie to choose.
yeah, like, I don't know. My son, his middle name is after a character in Highlander, but it's also a perfectly normal name, so nobody's ever going to make fun of him for it.
John.
Yes, it was Connor,
Oh, okay.
lead character of Highlander, which Dark Six mentioned earlier. Highlander sounds like the guy from Mrs. Fire. Tech guy says, "Huh, that does kind of remind me of that." Simius was massively disappointed by what now that he saw in the theater. Figure it out, will you, Tyler?
Yeah, 1 second.
All right. Bushwhacker. That sounds like a
Is
real
Renfield
Marvel character.
the Nick Cage vampire movie?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a good one too.
It's so fun.
Never saw it. I heard it's good.
Oh yeah, it's very bloody and just very funny, and you do have to be able to put up with Aquafina because she's one of the main characters. So they have two different scratchy lady voices. I mean, two different scratchy voice ladies in one movie.
Well, at least it's got Sonic in it. Ben
she's
Schwartz,
like,
he's in it.
Yeah, that's true. Ben Schwartz is in it, playing a bad guy. And Aquafina, she's
Talking about
a good guy.
Dragonheart.
Oh, okay. You were
Yeah,
disappointed by
it was
Dragonheart.
a pretty big commercial disaster at the time, I think.
Dang.
It wasn't a commercial disaster.
But don't people like it? I thought people liked it.
It just
maybe-
wasn't a huge box office
I don't know
success.
about
But it
that.
wasn't.
Is it more of a cult hit nowadays, maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say so.
There weren't exactly a million Dragon movies back in the day. And in that movie,
Dragon movies with Sean Connery.
in Damsel, I think the dragon's design is quite good. And when the dragon talks, it looks way better than the dragon in the Hobbit movies talking. You know, where they gave him like...
Smaug.
Yeah, they gave Smaug too much of a humanoid face. And it just
I
looks
didn't
kind of
like
goofy
any
to
of
me.
those.
I didn't watch it, but I've watched criticism videos about it.
Remember that movie that made for TV movie called Merlin? That was good.
Yes, it actually was really good. Was there a dragon in it, though? I don't think there was.
I can't remember. I just get that one and Dragonheart confused because they came out around the same time.
Yeah,
They're both
it's-
like that fantasy style.
And it's starring Sam Neill
Yes, it is.
as Merlin. Yeah.
Yes,
No,
it is.
actually, you might remember I took a class on Arthurian romances back in college. You know, so Arthurian literature, in other words. And I love me a good King Arthur adaptation, and Merlin is a good adaptation.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Arthur the Aardvark.
Him too. I mean, basically anything named
They
Arthur
teach
I
whole
love.
classes about Arthur the Aardvark, right?
Well, of course, but also they have Arthur the Dudley Moore movies. You know, you have to learn about them too. Not that I've ever seen them.
Is there a Merlin TV series? I don't know.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, unrelated though to the Hallmark miniseries, which is what Tyler was talking
Oh, I
about.
corrected over
Yeah.
his head. Take that, you bushwacky.
Slappy's asking if somebody likes comics. Is he asking me? Because we talked about Ninja Turtles before.
Paul loves
No.
comics. He's a dork.
Wow, Tyler. You'd like him too if you could read.
Arthur, it's not a Nick show. It's a PBS show. Arthur the Aardvark.
Really? It was never on Nick?
Nope.
Take that, Bushwhacker.
So,
Ooh, an Arthurian adjacent comic. Third issue comes out soon. Well, you'll have to tell me about that, Slap My Penguin. Give me a link. Crush you under my heel like the insect you are. That's the Kingpin. And we have a good Kingpin now in... Kingpin was in the Echo show. You watched Echo, right, Tyler?
only a couple episodes.
Should have finished it. It was only 6
Yeah,
episodes
it looks
long.
pretty good. Relatively good compared to some of the other Marvel stuff that's been churned out.
Yeah, but didn't you think that Moon Knight was really good?
Yeah, I like Moon Knight. Got weird, but it was good. But that was a while ago already.
True. No, I like Moon Knight too. The only thing is the director of Moon Knight didn't want to do action, so like the main character just blacks out whenever there's supposed to be an action scene.
Yeah.
And in hindsight, that is a lame thing to do. Like let us enjoy the action, dang it. But there's still a few action scenes despite that. Simius is laughing at Moon Knight. You don't like it at all, Simius?
I'm an idiot. Must be young if he was too young for Arthur.
Yeah, I don't. No, I'm an idiot. Either as old as I am or slightly older.
Moon Knight was pretty good. I like
Maybe I misread that then.
Ah.
I thought you were talking about Moonlight, that Oscar.
Oh, it was after my time.
No, not that one.
Yeah.
After his time.
Yeah, like my son, I don't know if he actually watched it, but one day he brought home a doll of it from school because like they would send the doll home with the kids for an assignment or something. It was cute.
Moonlight. That's not a vampire show, is it? I thought it
No,
was.
it's a drama about some gay guy. I don't know.
No. Moonlighting. It was Bruce Willis's
Bruce Willis'
big TV show.
yeah.
Yeah.
They have
That's what
vampires
he's
in
talking
it?
about. No, but it was a good show. It was a detective show.
I mean, it had Sybil Shepherd. That kind of counts.
Silver Shep. Yeah, it had her. She was pretty hot in it back in the day. Okay, what's that?
Flamethrower with your name on it.
Yeah, no, I've never heard of this regular Moonlight that you mentioned, Simius. We're fighting red and green. Very creative names here.
Oh yeah, very nice.
So
Red,
that's
red and green.
the only thing I think
Two-
this game.
Two guys with the exact same design fighting two other guys with the exact same design. Just a little bit of color
Well,
palette swapping.
We look more different than they do.
Whatever, you're the same
I'm
character.
smoking. Look, I'm actually
Glutes
smoking.
go up to the same place.
We're
You
just
got the
muscle
big calf
dudes.
muscles. I bet you if you put them side by side, they look almost exactly the same.
Tyler's like, those are abs I could lose myself in for weeks.
That's right. Looking up this Moonlight show. Moonlight.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Vampire Show. Maybe it's new.
Bruce Willis with hair. That's true.
One
He did have
season
hair.
In 2007, has Sophia Miles, as if we're supposed to know who that is.
Well, I got newsy. Give me a bad guy to shoot with it.
Was this like on USA? You guys all watch these weird like USA TNT shows.
What do you have against USA? That's where Monk comes from, and Duckman.
It was on CBS.
Actually, I didn't watch Monk, but people like it.
Yeah, people like those weird
Homo
crap
is better,
shows.
but
Like,
I like
it's not even good enough to get on network.
Duckman was a really good comedy. A weird thing, but I liked it a lot. It was ahead of its time. Starring Jason Alexander, he played the titular character.
Oh, the titular character? How do you say that word?
Wow, watch your language, Tyler.
It's not
Titular.
it's not titular.
Titular.
Somebody hasn't had a date in a while. Now all I can talk about is the titular
Titular
things.
character. This is
Simius-
girlfriend at the time. Like
Hey, the Ninja Turtles are in there.
Simius, do you have a girlfriend now? Because you know our friend
Cats.
Tyler, you missed this, but our friend two cats, our friend Shitsu on you got engaged.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Congrats.
just in the last week, he went to, I believe it was France with his girl, and they got engaged, which is awesome.
Oh, cool.
Awesome. Are you going to marry him?
He wouldn't tell me when they were going to get married, but
I wonder
presumably
how much her
the
postage
future.
was to get her over to America.
What the heck? Don't talk about
Just-
Shitsu on you that way.
Just kidding. Shitsu.
Wow.
Just kidding.
Yeah, we can talk
Yeah.
about Simius that way.
I'm
Hey,
just
did you, speaking of stuff that happened this week here, Paul, did you see that trailer for the new Mutants Unleashed game coming in October?
Why, yes, I wrote an article about it.
Oh, what you think?
Somebody share that article link. I mean, it looks good. It looks more ambitious than your average outright games title, you know, so
Looks like
hopefully
an
it will
good 3D platformer. Too.
hopefully it will be all the way good. I mean, their Bluey game is good, but it's also smaller scale, you know, it's like it doesn't have to do that much. Royal Bob really liked the Bluey game, as I recall. And of course, Jono loves it. Is Jono here tonight? Haven't seen him.
Yep. France
Give me
for
that.
a proposal is pretty big. I was thinking of like a McDonald's parking lot.
Yeah, if you want to make sure they don't say no, then just take them to a foreign country. And, like, if they're like, well, if I say no, I'm not going to be able to get back into the United States. So
The implication.
there you go. He was a shoe-in.
I said the implication, so yes, I beat you to it.
Jono's here. Excellent, Jono. Good to see you, buddy.
Ooh, I gotta take a smoke break if I stop for a minute.
Yeah, by the way, everyone, we calculated exactly when our 10-year anniversary is. It's October 5th, and we actually have a stream on October 5th. So it's going to be a literal 10-year anniversary stream. No stretching of the date. Isn't that exciting, Tyler?
Super exciting.
We should also
When
celebrate...
you're streaming like the Hatsune Miku dance game.
Well, that's the thing. We're going to have to just do Jackbox or something to celebrate it.
Not the dirty one.
Yeah, we'll do we'll do Hatsune Miku the week before, I think. Something like that. I forget. No, actually, Hatsune Miku is next week, as long as nothing else comes up. This game came out... Let me tell you how we got a prize code. I bought the game on my own, you know, because I wanted to have it. And then they sent us a review code, you know? I was like, well, I might as well just stream it then and give out the extra code.
Sure, why not?
That's fair, don't you think? How are we doing on time?
Oh, robot again. It's 10:03.
Yeah, we're getting close to the end.
You get a half hour.
Ah,
There he is.
exactly. Unfortunately, these games do not have crossplay. They really should have included crossplay if they wanted them to be perfect. But they're still good. Alright, I got my Uzi. Oh, I dropped my Uzi. Fast as I got it. That's wonderful. Give me my Uzi back.
Have at it.
Good luck, everybody. I wish somebody would enter to win that European PlayStation game, because we really want to get rid of it. So somebody needs to just say, I'll take it, and we'll let you have it.
I'll take. Well, I already won a code.
Yeah, and you probably already own the game anyway. We want it to be somebody who doesn't have it.
I don't have it yet.
You really don't have Tesla versus Lovecraft?
Not that one, no.
What?
Hold on, you.
I mean, what? On
I think
anything.
Roger's base wants it.
Does he? Oh, does he really? Okay, you have to have a European PlayStation account to redeem it. But
Oh,
if
that's
you'll,
right, it's a European code, huh?
yeah, that's why we're having a hard time giving it
Yeah, I
away.
was gonna say that makes it a lot harder because you're right, they're easy to set up, but they're also a little bit of a pain to set up, especially
Yeah.
for like maybe a game that you're not dying to play anyway.
It will take you 5 to 10 minutes to set up that account, and
Just
yeah, so
drop kicked him to death.
that's what he gets. That's true. She just should have redeemed it while he was there. It could have been like when she said yes to marrying you, Shitsu, you could have just given her the code and been like, well, congratulations, you got Tesla versus Lovecraft, baby. You know, as I think couples often do to celebrate their engagements.
Yeah.
So I'm told. Yo, Famicor is here. Great to see you, Famicor.
We don't kill these punks until we have to, and apparently we have to.
I hope this is a lot. Yeah, last stage.
Yep.
He must be in that hotel.
Let's blast it to bits.
Hun, Shitsu says. Oh, neat. Slap My Penguin has a buddy in Denmark. Yeah, so, okay, it sounds like we have a couple of people who will enter for that PlayStation code. And, Icky, I think we should let people enter for both the Steam code and the PlayStation code just so we can definitely get rid of it. Don't you think that's fair, Tyler?
Yep.
Okay, hopefully Icky hears me say that. If he doesn't, somebody make sure you remind him. Yeah, for the final round. Yeah, exactly. But when that comes, let him enter both, please, Icky. Will be nice. We've had that code sitting around for like 2 years.
I forgot to pick up three.
You're a hero, Icky. I was just playing Earth Defense Force 6 with Icky last
look,
night.
It's Arthur's Lance from Ghost and Goblins.
Yeah, that was cool. Just a little guest star item, huh? There it is again. Friggin' Tyler didn't even finish a season of Daredevil.
What are you gonna do?
So look, about the Daredevil TV show, the first season I thought was pretty good. It does have some filler, but the guy who plays Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio, he's fantastic, right?
Yeah.
And Charlie Cox is great as Daredevil. And plus you had Rosario Dawson being hot as Night Nurse. So it had a lot of good things going for it. And the fight choreography was quite good. Now the suit they gave him for the Netflix shows was bad. You know, like it's an ugly suit. But thankfully, Daredevil got a suit upgrade in She-Hulk, which is a good show.
Yeah, She-Hulk is actually a fun show. I mean, I know people gave it crap because obviously it wasn't their speed, or they didn't like Megan Thee Stallion, whoever was, twerking or whatever it was.
Yeah, it's a comedy. It has women in it.
Yeah, you just have to accept the fact that it was a comedy. Yeah.
Exactly, and She-Hulk is supposed to be a comedy. The comics are a comedy.
Hey, check it out. My name is Lance.
She-Hulk was my favorite one in a while.
Nice. Yeah, and because the online reaction wasn't that great, they probably won't even bring those characters back, which is such a shame. But I guess we'll see. And who was it that said Vincent D'Onofrio isn't acting? That's just how he is.
No,
I think Chicago or somebody said that. No, he was joking about him as the Kingpin. And yeah, Kingpin came back on Echo and Kingpin and Daredevil, and they're both really fun on that show. They're well used. Hey, Panda P, good to see you. I got a lance. I'm gonna stab somebody with it. Tyler, what have you been playing this week?
I finished off Vampire Survivors. And
finished off? You mean the achievements? Or the trophies?
Yeah, except for
wow.
the DLC ones.
That's pretty impressive.
It's not that hard. You just have to play the same thing over and over and over and over and over.
Grindy, right?
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. And then I started playing Little Nightmares too.
How was that game? I didn't really like the first game that much.
It's okay. I didn't love the first one either. It's a little better than, it's kind of puzzly more than anything else.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's okay, but it's not my favorite either.
What about the controls?
Yeah, they're super slow and like plodding and like I don't know, not responsive.
That's a shame. Yeah, I didn't appreciate the controls of the first game, so I didn't bother with part 2.
Well, these guys are going to get the shaft.
We streamed it a long time ago. You know, over the 10 years that we've been doing this, we've streamed hundreds of games. And that's just a cool thing, like the variety of things we've been able to show off over the years. And we made so many friends along the way.
That's what matters.
Like Swizzlers.
Oh yeah, he was your favorite, I know.
Yeah, he still is my favorite.
You taught him everything he knows about how to treat women.
That's right.
Wow. Yay, go Fake Rogers Base. Fake Rogers Base, why don't you tell us a little about yourself? Are you a PC gamer? Do you play on consoles too?
Oh, he took the PlayStation code. So
that's Jigsaw right
Oh,
there.
he took... Alright, yes, nice.
I think he did. Isn't that the one we just gave away, or is that the one we're doing?
No, that was the Steam code for a beat-em-up, wasn't it? I think it was a beat-em-up.
Yeah.
Oh, you play on both. Nice. Yeah, I play on, basically everything, but my PlayStation 5 mostly collects dust because I just don't have enough time to play everything. So, my Steam Deck gets the most play, followed by Xbox. Switch also, unfortunately, collects dust, even though I have lots of great games for it.
Paul's pretty much the exact backwards of a normal gamer.
Yeah,
You think so?
Yeah, I do Xbox. I do Xbox and I do Switch and I do I don't touch my PS5 much, although I did get Earth Defense Force 6 for it, so obviously I can work on that. And for Steam.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it's kept in the box. Shitsu says, wow, so Shitsu, the box is collecting dust. Yeah, no, I mean, Tyler, there are lots of people who mainly or exclusively play on PC, I'll have you know.
Yeah, but, yeah. I mean, that wasn't the part I was saying. You got your consoles kind of backwards in popularity.
I guess you're right about that, yes.
But yeah, and I mean, you don't play on PC really, you do Steam Deck.
Yeah, almost entirely on the Steam Deck, but
it's quite popular for those that own it. Get a lot of use out of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just really well liked. It does what it does really well. But it's not something you're ever going to find at Walmart, so it's,
right,
a bit limited because of that.
Yeah, you have to be into the whole gaming world.
Exactly. Human Brian feels that Microsoft is abandoning the Xbox platform. I don't think it's quite that bad yet, but unfortunately, things are looking continually worse for poor Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, 650 layoff this week. That's not good.
Although it's to be expected, because whenever you have a merger, it's normal to have big layoffs after a little while.
Yeah, but that should have been
Should have been. I mean, it sucks. It's not good, but it's just not too unusual. You better get that health. Oh, well, I need that one. Okay.
You get that one, and I'll get that one.
That works. Icky enjoys Xbox because of its quick resume and such. Yeah, and I mean, I still enjoy Xbox achievements and the ecosystem that I've been invested in for so many years. And when this collection comes out on Xbox, I may buy the collection again on Xbox. You know, we'll just have to see.
I got it on Steam, and I'm definitely gonna get this collection on Nintendo Switch because there's a collectible comic book and such.
Neat. Do you know, I was playing X-Men Children of the Atom, speaking of that game, and it was just really hard. Like, the very first enemy kicked my butt, and I had it on the easiest difficulty. And it just made me think, like, are all these games going to be that hard? I hope they're not all going to be that hard.
No, they're not. Well, this one's on one... I mean, this one's on lower difficulty, I believe.
I may vaguely remember that Children of the Atom was always really tough, you know, but...
Especially in comparison to, like, Marvel vs. Capcom. It definitely is.
Yeah, do you guys... Oh, look, it's Sperry Berry Crunch. Hello! Can we get a shout-out for Sperry Berry, please? Yeah.
He actually ran some marathons today. That good lad.
Wow.
13 miles.
Yeah, he did really well.
You thought Sperry was fit. He is fitter than you thought.
Marathon.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the Kingpin. He looks great. Like, in the comics, the Kingpin is sort of giant like the Hulk or Juggernaut, you know? And so it's nice to see that. You can't do that in live action unless you make him CG. And Vincent D'Onofrio, I mean, he captures the essence of the character. He doesn't have to literally be giant.
Right. He's huge in the Spider-Man movies, the animated ones.
Hey, we're beating up Humphrey Bogart.
That is true.
Is he the final boss, I assume?
Yes. And
finally done with this game.
Yeah, well, I mean, we would have been done with it earlier if we hadn't had that friggin'... Yeah, but we picked that wrong mode at first.
Yeah.
How are we to know? Because the game did not explain it.
Menu picking.
Wow. Some people say I'm the best at it. That's why they tune into my stream, to see me navigate the menus. Oh, dang it, Tyler. Well, she tells me that she does. So, earlier somebody was asking about my car situation, and it's in the newsletter. But we're trying a new mechanic. The new mechanic says the old mechanic ripped me off, like... And we think he did not mean to rip me off. We think he just couldn't handle repairing the head gasket of the engine. And so it was just botched. But apparently the engine was really botched. And so this new guy is replacing it with a junkyard engine. And we'll just see how it goes. But I know that I know I need a different car, right? But like I need something to drive right away. So we're trying to... For the amount this guy is charging me, we'll get the car going, hopefully. And then I'm going to save up every month. I'm going to save some money, which does not come naturally to me. And hopefully get a down payment for a different car in about 6 or 8 months' time, you know?
That's good. I had to replace my battery this week.
Oh, was it easy? Was it an ordeal?
No, I took it. I don't know how to replace the battery, so I took it in.
Well, good job.
Yeah, it was kind of expensive.
Over 100?
Yeah, a couple hundred.
Dang. Well, did you get a good warranty on it, probably, for that much?
So, yeah.
That's important, because even with my current car, the battery, like, I had a new battery, and it went bad within the warranty period.
Yeah.
So we had to get that taken care of. Come on, Kingpin, get out of here. We've almost got him. Look at me drop kicking him. I can do this sweep kick thing that I'm doing, this drop kick. I could do that in real life. It's really fun to do. Like you get down on, on your one knee and you like swing around and kick at him. So I like that a lot. And by the way, I miss going to karate class because I haven't been in over a month because of the car situation.
Hey, Sperry should join us in chat and talk about his runs today.
He should,
well,
but
if he's tired, it's all good. Well, yeah, he's absolutely roasted. He's roasted like coffee.
All right, achievement.
Oh, building's gonna blow.
I think it's gonna blow. What happened to Tony Redgrave? Is he still AFK? I hope he's still with us. I feel bad. Like I was just hoping to get to know him because he was real friendly at first. There he is, Tony Redgrave. You've been away for a little while, huh? Well, It was quite fun. It's a good beat 'em up. It's sort of like Final Fight, but with guns and the Kingpin, and I'm all about it.
As the Kingpin faces final defeat at the Punisher's hands, the King building. Its
Yeah.
support structure badly damaged collapsed. Its dying echo reverberating through the city. I like the English war of the exercise demon. His defeat,
Oh, no.
the King's building collapsed. The Kingpin Empire of Sin began to disintegrate. Without his powerful guiding arm, they will soon fall tore apart. For the Punisher, while the battle has been won, the war goes on. For him, there is no rest from the war until there is no evil left in the earth to fight. An impossible task, perhaps. But I was determined to fight an never-ending war. A war he can never really win. It doesn't matter, for he is a man who accepts his fate, a man who is unable to cruel destiny. The night, the night, dark, and knowing that they are now being hunted. The next morning.
That's a lot of words.
Yeah, you do not have to apologize for having to step away. I'm often lurking when I'm watching my friend's stream, so don't feel bad about that. Vengeance burns eternal. The Punisher team, all staff. Yeah, we did it, baby. So we got to get in some Marvel vs. Capcom time. Akimon, is he still with Capcom? I think he left. I can't remember. A lot of their big artists have left.
They all have names like Madonna. They just have one name.
That was common back in the day. Japanese developers initially were discouraged from including their names because they didn't want them to be headhunted by other companies.
Oh.
Yeah, and then also there were character limits and things like that, so they're like, well, I don't want to have my long 20 character name, so we'll just put a nickname.
Icky wanted to say you gave him the wrong. You said it was for Lego Marvel's Avengers. It's actually Lego Marvel Superheroes.
Oh, well, you know, that's a shame, but was the guy able to redeem it?
He said he's
I hope
got a
he
winner
was.
for Lego Marvel's Avengers.
This is a good game. I mean, is Fake Rogers Space, is he able to redeem it, or do we need to substitute something else? Let's figure that out. So these credits are entertaining. I guess we need to, like, hurry it up. Special thanks, Tanuki.
I'm gonna call myself Ike Bob.
Wow, look at look at Galadrius throwing shade at the PlayStation 5 Pro. We gotta get Tyler to talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
The PlayStation 5 board. I mean, you know, we don't need it. It's like it's $700. Doesn't include a disc drive. No, it doesn't include a stand. Doesn't include a good game except for Astro's Playroom. It doesn't even include Astrobot. I mean, that's just stupid.
It's going to run everything better, so if you're just made of money, then I assume you would want it, but most of us are not made of money.
Good.
But everybody, that was the Punisher included in Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. Very fun game. Galadrius, thanks for playing it with me.
Of course, my pleasure.
Hey, thanks to our regular viewers. It's nice to meet some new people tonight, and it's always nice to see our friends. We love you guys. We will see you next week. And whatever you do, don't hate. Appreciate.
See you guys.
Some chicken grease.
That ought to hold those little SLBs.
Hold those little Serb bots.
Bunch of little.
Sons of Servbots.
That's right.
Wow, I actually got a new challenger too. I got to get out of the I got to get out of the matchmaking mode.
It's the same guy. He wants.
Bring it back. Search for another match. No. Okay, so once I declined it, it let me get out of it. That's good. Perfect Zero, Panda P, Icky, Jono, Ima. What other kind of friends do we have here tonight?
Wolfblade and Firelight and In-Room Gaming.